Good morning, good morning, good morning. What's going on? What's going on? This is Marcus Rosa, a.k.a. MAZUMA TV. Back at y'all with some more boxing talk, man, with my relatively new segment, Mornings with MAZUMA, man. I'm going to let a few of y'all get in here. It's my day off. I ain't got shit to do, man. Just picked up food for me and the wifey. I think we'll drop it off to her. So in the meantime, I'll be chopping it up with y'all because, I mean, it's a bit of a light day today. I ain't going to lie to you, man. I'm feeling extremely blessed. I hope y'all feeling the same. Shout out to my boy, Mr. Big Play Bray, in the building with the first comment of the day. What's going on? I know I probably won't get the craziest viewership right now because y'all accustomed to me coming in at the nighttime, and you know that's when the ball get rolling usually. But I mean, we gonna make it do what it do with what we have. You feel me? Shout out to my boy Bray. He said, "Can we believe anything that Mel say?" I mean, there's been a whole lot of procrastinating. It's been a whole lot of, sitting around, not doing much. But for the most part, at least when Mel was active and actually on his game, he did pretty much fight people that he said that he wanted to fight. There's a few exceptions, like the Jared Hurd one, but I'm not going to put that on Jermell. Jared Hurd fucked that one up at the end of the day, trying to cherry pick Julian Williams. But Jermell gave us big fights, man. He gave us the Tony Harrison fight, Avengers loss in that one. Fought Brian Castano. Like he did what he could, man. He became undisputed at 154. So I personally feel like Jermell will fight Tim Tszyu. He was lined up to face Tim Tszyu in the first place, but he pretty much opted out of fighting Tim Tszyu to fight Canelo Alvarez. So, Tim Tszyu just beat up on, Errol Spence, retired Errol Spence and all that good stuff. So, Jermell Charlo is looking to, fuck up that momentum that Tim Tszyu has right now. And I think he's fully capable of doing so. Obviously there's going to be some questions in that fight. We got to see exactly how Jermell shakes the rust off. And, according to him, he stood in the gym and, he seems confident. He still feels like he's that same guy that he was when he was dominating 154, or at least when he was at the top of the division. Tim Tszyu is strong. I mean, he got some. What I'm gonna say about Tim Tszyu is he has good offense. He's strong. He's not a small guy. He may be actually like equal in size to Jermell Charlo. Jermell probably is a little taller than him. If not, they're probably around the same height. And that's a great fight. Stylistically, it's a great fight. Like, I don't see that fight going the distance. And if Jermell's anything like himself, I actually pick him to stop Tim Tszyu, to be honest with you, if he's anything like himself. But the reason why we're speaking about this is because Vergil Ortiz's team, a.k.a. Robert Garcia, had came out and stated that they would like to fight the likes of Tim Tszyu and Jermell Charlo. And there was this rumor going around that Jermell Charlo and Vergil Ortiz were setting up for a fight later this year. People asked me to speak on that topic. I said I don't really have much to contribute to that topic because I don't know if that's factual. And according to reports, I forgot what reporter came out with it, so my apologies. I think it was Lance Pugmire. I could be wrong, though. Regardless, though, he had a conversation with Jermell Charlo, and according to Jermell, that's capped. That rumor's capped. That's not a fight that, they're looking at. That's not a fight that they're actively discussing. According to Jermell Charlo, from what the reporter has stated, he's locking in a fight with Tim Tszyu. And they're locking in a location as of right now. And if that's the case, man, shout out to Tim Tszyu. Because Tim Tszyu has been giving us some big fights, man, or at least meaningful fights. He's been going into the smoke. He gave us Fundora twice. You know what I'm saying? He gave us the Bakr Murtazaliev fight. And even though he came up short in all three of those fights, those were still great fights to make. Just gave us the Errol Spence fight, and then he's running it. And if he goes ahead and he runs into the smoke with Jermell Charlo, I really don't want to hear, he's the son of a legend. This motherfucker is actively out here earning his stripes, and I think he deserves respect for that. Not going to lie to you. Now, it could be looked at as him taking advantage of Jermell Charlo and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, Jermell Charlo, low-key is the man to beat at 154. I know Boots is a unified champion and all that, but he was the last undisputed champion at 154, and he didn't lose his titles to another fighter. He lost his titles due to basically fighting Canelo Alvarez and inactivity. And the division needs to move on while the motherfucker's sitting on the shelf. So, Jermell Charlo's back. You know, out of the 2 losses he's had, he's avenged one of them. And, you know, you can make a case that Jermell Charlo just wasn't cut out to be a super middleweight. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe he just had too much respect for Canelo. But regardless, one thing we do know, he don't respect nobody at 154. You know what I'm saying? So I like the fight, man, if they make that fight happen. But what that brings me, what brings me to my next point is, Vergil, what you gonna do, Vergil? What you gonna do, man? Seems like everywhere Vergil trying to run, he keep running into like a locked door. Every entrance he trying to go through is locked. He can't go anywhere, right? Oh, he's actively exploring options. And you know, Robert Garcia named 2 guys, right? So look, we looking to fight Tim Tszyu, Jermell Charlo. Those are all big fights. Well, guess what? It looks like they fighting each other. So now what you going to do? See, this is why you need to have the right people around you that are conducting your business. If you're not hands-on like Vergil, you need to have people that could put you in the best position possible for the most amount of money. You know what I'm saying? But more than anything, because you might have to take pay cuts here and there, you gotta align yourself with big fights. You know what I mean? And Vergil Ortiz and his team have been really struggling getting that done. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm wondering, what the fuck is Vergil Ortiz gonna do, right? Because Robert Garcia said they're not gonna be waiting around for anybody, and you know, motherfuckers is basically wasting their time, and they're not gonna sit here and just hope that somebody give them an opportunity, and that if they don't get a boost fight by the end of the year, which they're not, they're gonna move to 160 pounds. So 160 is actually a great division to compete at because nobody has definitively taken over the division yet. You know, I think that WBO title, I think Denzel Bentley got the WBO. Who has Carlos Adames has the WBC. Erislandy Lar has the WBA. And I don't know who has the IBF. Who has the IBF at 160, y'all? Can somebody educate me? Who has the IBF at 160? It's a great question. I feel like I've been lacking with the middleweight division just a little bit because a lot of shit really hasn't been going on in terms of like big fights. But regardless, listen, Vergil Ortiz is the WBC interim champion. Aaron McKenna, shout out to Aaron McKenna. He just got the IBF recently. Salute. Shout out to Carl R-Line for the education. I should have known that because Aaron McKenna just picked up the IBF strap. My apologies. Shout out to Aaron McKenna. Nobody has definitively taken over the 160-pound divisions as yet. So I know it could be a little embarrassing for Vergil Ortiz to be at 140, 147, 154, and not get a world title. But like I said, that's what comes with not having great representation to put you in big fights. That's what happens when you have people in your team that are being unrealistic in business and basically holding you back. Just my opinion. So now let's look at the 160-pound division. Vergil, you have a great relationship with WBC from what I understand. Because according to Mauricio, all you got to do is ask him and he'll put you in position to fight for a world title, right? So you have the WBC interim at 154. Is there a way possible that Vergil Ortiz can talk to the WBC, talk to Mauricio Suleiman, and possibly become the mandatory contender for the WBC middleweight champion of the world, Carlos Adames? Carlos Adames has been looking for smoke ever since the Hamza Shiraz fight. This man has been aching to fight top tier competition. He just beat up on Mo Williams not too long ago. You know what I mean? Wasn't the best performance in my opinion, but no, he dropped Mo Williams. He was the better fighter overall. He was just the better fighter. It is what it is, right? But overall, let's see, is this where I need to be? Yeah, where I need to be. So overall, so this girl come get her food. Yasir Ali, what up? King of Brooklyn, what up? Carl Arline, Z, Mr. Big Play Brace, salute to everybody that's in the chat. Let me tell this girl to come out and get her food. Give me 1 second. All right, we back. But this dude, Carlos Adames, has been aching for these big fights, right? He calling out everybody. He's saying that nobody wants to fight him. He's willing to go up to 168 to get the smoke. And you know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to pull his card. So, Vergil, you're complaining that nobody's giving you an opportunity. And as a matter of fact, let me keep this in the bag. My fault, y'all. We getting my girl food together. This girl need to come outside. I'm not going in there. Yeah, y'all sure. I seen that bullshit, bro. I seen that bullshit. I mean, look, man. Like I said, we spoke about it last night. I don't know if you was on the live or not, but look, man. That boy Max Kellerman sold. He sold himself, you know, to that Zuffa Ring Magazine deal, and he gotta follow specific instructions, man. Specific instructions. And if he don't follow through with those instructions, he might get cut loose, man. That's what happens when you gotta, you know what I mean? You gotta fulfill your obligations. When you get that type of money, you gotta follow the program, and if not, you just ain't gonna get that bag that you've been craving, that you've been looking for. And I think Max Kellerman sold out for, you know, security. You feel me? I think he sold out to you know what I mean, secure his financial well-being. That's what I think. Max Kellerman is knowledgeable, man. He done been in the game for decades. He fucking knows that Aaron McKenna ain't no boots in it. But guess what? Aaron McKenna, for what I understand, is locked in with Zuffa. You know, if I'm wrong, I could be wrong. I mean, I don't know the particulars when it comes to him, but you know what I'm saying? He's with Zuffa, so you got to push that product. You got to make it seem like Zuffa has the best fighters in the world. You have to make it seem like the place to be is at Zuffa, right? So how are you going to be able to do that? By glorifying their fighters, glorifying their little Zuffa belt or whatever the case is, and you have to pretty much degrade everybody else, because that's exactly what they've been doing. You know what? Let me just go in here, man. Let me just go in here and get this girl her damn food. She's probably working on somebody. I hate walking into these fucking nail salons with these women. They all just staring at you and shit. Like you ain't supposed to be there. Like, bitch, I got a purpose here. Ain't nobody fucking with y'all. Fuck on shit. He said Max is a clown of sport were better when he wasn't around. Listen, bro. The reality is, like 90% of these motherfuckers in the boxing space are sellouts.
Sure. You want me to drop this in? Where you want me to put this? There you go. You're welcome. Um, bro, a lot of these niggas are sellouts, bro. Do I see Zuffa lasting a long time? I mean, as long as they got the financial backing and they're continuously able to, so they need the financial backing. It's the money coming in. Turkey Al Sheik, as long as he's around in boxing, because a lot of people keep
Health issues. They keep talking about like his health declining and shit like that.
disconnected. They keep talking about like his health declining and shit like that. So, I mean, we don't know how much longer Turkey Al Sheik got before he started losing his memory, like he stated previously, right? So, as long as there's somebody backing the company financially and they continue to acquire talent, Zuffa will be relevant. It'll be an avenue in the sport of boxing. But if Turkey Al Sheik falls off and they're not able to find anybody to back this company, they may very well fall apart. Because they're a new up and coming company, they basically need to overpay in order to acquire talent. From what I understand, I'm not gonna say fighters get overpaid because I feel like you're worth what you negotiate. But a lot of these dudes are getting paid bags that they wouldn't get anywhere else from Zuffa because Zuffa they need to pretty much send the message to everybody else that they're real playmakers in the sport of boxing. How are they gonna be able to do so? By surrounding themselves with top fighters. They almost had Devin Haney. They got Shakur Stevenson. They got Conor Benn. They got Ryan Garcia on their next event. So far, so good, for Zuffa. But in order for them to maintain relevance, they have to continue doing that. And they need to make these new generation of boxers feel like they're the place to go to. And the only way they're going to be able to do so is if they continuously associate themselves with top talent. Eddie said they're paying dudes 5 times what they're worth. I mean, look, do you think, you got to look at it this way, Dominique, right? Salute to Dominique. Do you think that if they was trying to get fighters at their market value, that they'll be able to sign these guys? Hell no. Because you got to think about it from a business perspective. Why would I take a $3 million per fight deal with Zuffa that's a new, unproven company when I could go ahead and take that same deal over at Top Rank where they've maintained relevance for decades, been a top company, and they know how to produce world champions. Zuffa hasn't even been able to prove outside of, I believe, Aaron McKenna. You know what I'm saying? Like they can't, they don't really have much experience with producing world champions. And Aaron McKenna damn near was a finished product by the time Zuffa got to him. He was already at that level. You know what I'm saying? They probably just gave him a fight or two to actually get him the world title. But in terms of like producing world champions from the ground up, Zuffa hasn't proven to do so. They haven't shown to really make like a fucking pay-per-view star. So why would I take $3 million a fight with Zuffa when I could take $3 million a fight with Matchroom, where they've shown to build up guys like Richardson Hitchens, Anthony Joshua, shit. Eddie Hearn built Conor Benn up to the point where that nigga was selling out 70,000 seat arenas back to back. You feel me? Like, and Eddie Hearn Dalton Smith built him up to a world champion. Like, there's so many fighters that I haven't even mentioned. Look what he did with Boots. So I said all of that to say that if you're a new, unproven company in the sport of boxing, promotional company, network, whatever you want to call it, you have to overpay these guys to get your foot into the door. That's the only way you're going to get these motherfuckers' attention. If you start cutting checks that they're not going to be able to get anywhere else. Oh, shit. Well, they saying I'm worth $3 million a fight over here, but these motherfuckers over here saying I'm worth $10 million a fight. I gotta take these motherfuckers serious because they offering a generational bag. So that's basically what you have to do in order to be, that new, what you want to say, entity. If you want to be that new up and coming network / promoter, that's just what come with the game. You feel what I'm saying? So, but to go back to this Vergil Ortiz topic, I wonder what he gonna do next, man. Because to be honest with you, and a lot of people ain't talking about this, but we talking about it over here at MAZUMA TV. That Carlos Adames fight might be a real possibility or a real option for him to take. I think that's a fight that's realistic. You know what I'm saying? I think that's a realistic option. Vergil, you weren't able to do anything at 140, 47, 54. You fucked yourself over with that Boots situation, because if you would have possibly beaten Boots, you wouldn't be in this situation right now. You would be, undoubtedly, fighting for a world title next. Like, your stock would have been at an all-time high. Definitely world title shot next, right? Y'all fucked up, right? But at 160, there's some options. Look, Aaron McKenna, Landy Lara, you know what I'm saying? Carlos Adames, and why do I always forget one of the champions? It's fucking Aaron McKenna, Carlos Adames. See, man, my brain is fried, bro. I need to start fucking with them brain supplements. I gotta get my focus back. But there's 4 different champions in the division. 4 different champions. I just named 3 of them. Now I can't remember 3 of them. Whatever. You have a relationship with the WBC. You're the WBC interim champion at 154 pounds. Y'all making it clear that y'all want world title opportunities, because I know everywhere y'all look on the internet, niggas is making fun of y'all for not being a world champion, right? Cool. Talk to Mauricio Suleiman and get you a fight with Carlos Adames. Why not? Y'all think that y'all the shit? Y'all think y'all high grade? Y'all think y'all top tier type fighters? Okay, you should be able to beat somebody like Carlos Adames done. You got power. You got speed. You got experience, right? Y'all was claiming y'all was the #1 guys at 154 without a world title. So, Carlos Adames fought at 154 before. He's not the biggest guy. He got skills. He's definitely dangerous, but y'all should be able to get that fight done. You know what I'm saying? Why not? I'm sure at this point in time, Carlos Adames will probably be allowed a voluntary defense. Carl Arline says Adames has a mandatory coming up against the winner of the Ramos fight. Well, while he's waiting, why don't I'm sure the WBC will grant him a voluntary defense. And this is the thing. The Mauricio Suleiman and WBC, they about their motherfucking money, right? So they would love to get Vergil Ortiz involved in the middleweight division, because that'll produce a big fight. If it's a big fight, big paydays, big percentages. So I don't see why they wouldn't do it. No. That was one of my niggas I just seen. McKenna. Yeah. McKenna, Lara, Bentley, and motherfucking... What's up, big dog? You all right? Yeah. All right. Chilling, bro. What you got going on? Shit, I'm about to just head over to get some work done real quick. You know what I'm saying? You good?
Same shit. Yeah, I'm at work. I'm walking my other job now.
Oh, all right, bro. Oh, all right, cool. Keep it going, bro. You said, so it's McKenna, Lara, Bentley, and Adames. Shit. So, Vergil got some options up there, man. You know what I'm saying? You know how they say 3rd time's a charm? Maybe 4th time's the charm, man. Your 4th weight class. And Virgil can't make it seem like once my fault, y'all. Said Virgil gonna fight the winner of Williams versus Nicky Jr. Bro, if that's the fight that they end up getting, bro, that's gonna be disappointing. I ain't gonna lie. Cause like, bro, how many contenders you gonna fight? How many non-titleists you gonna fight? Like enough is enough, bro. You fought MAZUMA without a title. You fought Chuck without a world title. Like, bro, you fighting all these motherfuckers, bro. You was about to fight Jerron Ennis for no title. What's up with y'all niggas? What y'all scared of sanctioning fees? What the fuck is it? But y'all can't be scared of sanctioning fees because you pay a sanctioning fee to hold an interim belt. So you can't even say that. So what is it? Is y'all niggas just like hesitant of the moment? Like what the fuck is it that y'all got going on where y'all just hell bent on fighting non-titleists? Like, bro, you done had plenty of fucking fights where you fought non-title, type of fighters. Bro, it's time. It's time, bro. Fight a fucking world champion. You can't get none at 54 because, they caught up in fighting each other. You don't want to wait. Okay. I know you can't go down to 47 because you damn near had to retire when you try to cut down to 47. Go up to 160 pounds and see what's going on with them guys up there. See, look, Dominic saying that he allergic to world titles. That shit is funny, but goddamn, like, you know what I'm saying? It sound real. It sound real, man. Every time y'all got something on the line, it's like, y'all always find a way to let the motherfucker go. That's like if you fishing. You know what I mean? You sitting at that motherfucking lake just waiting for something to bite. When you finally get something to bite, you don't even try to reel that bitch in. Come on, bro. But what be killing me be, he be mad at everybody else. He be acting like everybody else be doing him wrong. Nah, cuz you fucking up out here in these streets, man. He said Virgil gonna pull Barrios up to 160. Goddamn. I ain't gonna lie. I don't want to see Barrios box ever again. Because Barrios don't even got the spirit. He don't even got that fighting spirit. Like when you see that nigga box, he don't even look like he trying. There be no urgency with Barrios. So that shit just be crazy to me. Ain't making no adjustments with Ryan. Ryan doing the same shit over and over and over again. Can't make no adjustments to get the job done, bro. You gave a 40-something-year-old Manny Pacquiao hope. Like, what the fuck? Ain't listening to instructions. Straight up bullshit. What's going on, Jay? What's up? Chris Maldonado, what's going on? You said, what you doing live this early? I ain't got shit to do, brother. I don't get my son to the afternoon, later, the mid-afternoon. The gym ain't open right now. You know what I mean? So why not? Why not chop it up with the people? Dominique says, sounds like Boots versus Kelly is almost done. I hope so. That's a great fucking fight, man. I see the haters trying to downplay the fight. They listening to Vergil team. And they're like, man, that's not a good fight. That's not a good fight, man. Boots opted out to fight Vergil. He opted out of the Vergil fight to fight Josh Kelly. Maybe because Josh Kelly's a fucking world champion who beat one of the boogeymen in the division and just came off of a title defense. They both with the same promoter. It make all the sense in the world to make. You know what I'm saying? So why wouldn't he fight him is the better question. You know what I'm saying? Why would you fight Josh Kelly? Why not fight him? And if Josh Kelly, if Boots beats Josh Kelly, that's only gonna raise his profile. Do I think it's competitive? Not really. I'm not sleeping on Josh Kelly, but I wouldn't be surprised if that's a 4 or 5 round fight. To be honest, unless Josh Kelly really on his bicycle and avoiding and on survival mode, I don't see this being a long fight at all. So, Boo stops Kelly in 6. Man, the way Josh Kelly be fighting with the hands down and, relying on his reflexes, and Boots is too fast and too fucking, he's too accurate to have that approach, bro. Like, you can't. Josh Kelly really thrives when he's really most effective when he's using his athleticism and, being light on his feet and shit like that. I don't think that shit works against Boots. I ain't gonna lie. You think Kelly's a 154 plant? I mean, I wouldn't say he's a plant, because at the end of the day, he did beat Bakr Murtazaliev. You feel me? So it's like, it wasn't like he got elevated to being champion and, he didn't really have to earn his belt. He beat a guy that a lot of people was praising while he was champion. I didn't really think much of Bakram, and I thought he was dangerous, but outside of that, I never really looked at him and was like, oh man, this dude is unbeatable, or I don't really see anybody really fucking with him. You feel me? But at the same time, Josh Kelly is the weakest link right now, in my opinion. A lot of folks had Bachram beating Kelly. I didn't think so. I thought Josh Kelly won it. You know what I'm saying? Bachram started to come on in the later on in the fight, but I thought Josh did enough to edge it out. Bella said, "I wonder." Shout out to Bella Faith. What's up, Bella? My fault. I'm eating, so I got this crazy camera angle. Kelly be gashing out. Yeah, that's a huge no for Boots. You got to be in top condition. You got to be ready all around the board for somebody like Boots, because you don't know what he gonna do. You don't know if he gonna come out guns blazing. You don't know if he gonna sit back and box. You know what I mean? You don't know what he gonna do. So you got to be ready for all aspects. You got to be ready for the orthodox and the southpaw fighter. You got to be ready for speed. You got to be ready for body punches. You got to be ready for all scenarios, man. Oh yeah, Jay, you absolutely right. In the lead up to the fight, everybody thought Bachman was gonna beat Josh Kelly. Eddie Hearn came out. It was like I didn't, you know what I'm saying? Like I didn't doubt my fighter, but like basically like he didn't really believe in Josh Kelly 100% to beat Bachman. His own promoter said that. So you're not wrong for feeling that way, or the people wasn't wrong for feeling that way. You feel me? Uh, Kelly at 154, Caleb Plant. Don't get me started on Caleb Plant, man. What's up with Caleb Plant? Nigga got a whole new era of champions at super middleweight. And it's been cricket since then. Bellaface said Boost stops Kelly to the body. I was watching Fundora and I was like, I think Boost gonna stop Fundora to the body. That's what I think. He said get started on Plant. What's up with Caleb Plant, man? Where he been at? Ever since Armando Rossini's beat the dog shit out of him, I seen this nigga hiking with the wifey, which is dope. You know what I mean? It's always cool to do a little spend time with your loved ones and shit like that, your spouse or whatever. But nigga been super quiet. I don't know how long it's been since Caleb Plant fought. It's probably close up to a year now, right? And it's a whole new crop since Bud beat Canelo and retired. It's a whole new crop of champions at super middleweight. And Caleb is usually known for being vocal and, you know, letting it be known that he wants to fight all the top guys. But you got Oslays, Iglesias out here. You got Hamza Shabazz. You got Jaime Munguia. You got Christian and Billy. And you don't hear a single word out this nigga Caleb Plant. So who you going to fight, bro? Are you retired? Because if you retired, just let it be known, bro. You had a hell of a career. Fought Canelo. You know what I mean? You was a world champ. You had the IBF. You had a couple title defenses. I mean, you did your thing. You made some big money. It is what it is. Because I seen that Caleb Plant, like, I seen he had signed a deal with, like, All the Smoke. But I haven't seen the nigga on All the Smoke. So it's like, what the fuck is going on with Caleb Plant? Like the nigga incognito, bread man. This is the first time I've seen like a trainer just walk out of a camp. So it's some bullshit you got going on, bro. Usually the trainer get fired. Usually the trainer stay loyal, stick around, and when the fighter don't want to deal with them no more, they kick him to the curb. Man, Breadman saw what was going on in that camp with Armando Resendiz. He was like, oh yeah, I'm out. I don't know what the fuck y'all niggas got going on. I mean, y'all got some bullshit going on in this camp. I'm out. You know what I mean? I ain't about to be sacrificing all this time away from my kids and all that bullshit. And you just gonna be out here lollygagging and all that. Like, niggas ain't doing all that. You feel me? So it's like, come on, brother. Like, what we doing out here in these streets? Is you fighting again? Is you not fighting again? You got, and then it's like, if you don't want to fight the world champions right away, cool. You still got Jermell Charlo out here. Demetrius Andrade done called you out. So why not fight these type of guys? Why not? You feel me? Like, I think fucking Plant and Charlo is still a great fight. You slap the dog shit out this nigga. It's a whole lot of animosity and beef between y'all. Y'all fought on the same card the last time, and you know what I mean? Jermell Charlo said even if you lose, he want his get back. So you still have an opportunity to make some money with Jermell Charlo. Both of y'all are needing of a big fight. Both of y'all need to make statements in order to, get back in title contention. Why not fight each other? Demetrius Andrade does not go out in one round. Besides that, he's been inactive. In my opinion, he not a real middleweight, super middleweight. So why not? Plant can fight Diego Pacheco. True. I seen Diego shooting at Jaime Munguia, though. But the reality is, I don't think Caleb Plant, I mean, it's not a reality. It's my opinion. Hold on, y'all. Piece of lettuce in my mouth. I don't think Caleb Plant stylistically fares well with any of the champions at super middleweight right now. That's just my opinion. Like, Osleys Iglesias, man, he all wrong for Caleb Plant. I wouldn't want to see that. I think that'd be a body. You feel me? I think he'd get packed up. I ain't really got to get into too much details with that. Christian and Billy, he bullies Caleb Plant. He wears Caleb Plant out and probably stops him late if he doesn't hold on for dear life like he did with David Benavidez. Jaime Munguia beats the shit, like stylistically, beats the shit out of Caleb Plant. He too aggressive. He let his hands go too much. His conditioning too good for Caleb Plant. Hamza Shiraz will be a bit more of a chess match, but because Hamza punches are he punches so clean, because his punches are so sharp, he might rock Caleb Plant shit too. So stylistically, I'm not gonna say his easiest, but the fight that he'll probably do the best in will probably be against Hamza Shiraz. Just because Shiraz, he a bit more calculated, you know what I'm saying? He takes his time a little bit more. Like, he don't really go ape shit. But even then, he might still clip you. Even then, he might still clip you just based off of the sharp shit that he be on. Because he got sharp offense. You feel me? But everybody else, toe tagging him. Said Plant better fight Joe Dirt in the rematch. Just like he need to do what he did when he was world champion. When he was world champion, that nigga, Fagan boots, bum. Mike Lee, bum. Caleb Truax, bum. All that nigga Caleb Plant did when he got that world title was fight absolute turkeys, bro. He'll do the same shit on his comeback. Get in there with a motherfucker that your style on, that your style on. And a nigga who ain't gonna gas you out. Coffee Plant, what up? Get in there with a nigga who not gonna push your gas tank. Somebody who gonna sit back and let you do your thing. That's your best bet. Don't get in there with no nigga who gonna make you tired. Because once you get tired, and then Caleb Plant, see, because there's niggas who gas out, but you can't tell because they maintain their body language. You feel me? Like, niggas don't even know that. A motherfucker could be dead tired in that ring, but you won't know because they doing things to make you believe that they still in shape, like they still feeling good. You know what I mean? Staying light on the feet, moving, keeping the jab on it, throwing feints in there. You know what I'm saying? Just having positive body language. Right? This nigga Caleb Plant, when he get tired, he fall apart. He fall apart. Like, punches don't got any more steam on them. Fucking mouth wide open. Hands all low. Like, Caleb Plant be down bad. He be down bad when he be tired, bro. And then, like, I seen this nigga tired in fights where he was in complete control. I'm like I remember, bro, I was there live when he fought Caleb Truex. We fought on the undercard, bro, when we had Atifo Burlington. Shout out to Atifo Burlington, too, for his victory against Angulo. But, bro, I watched the Caleb Truex fight with my own eyes. This nigga Caleb Plant was whooping Caleb Truex ass. He talked bona fide shit to Truex too. I remember. And what happened? When they got to them later rounds and it was like, yo, bro, he could probably stop Truex. All he gotta do is step on the gas. This motherfucker mouth was wide open. And was just trying to keep Caleb Truex up off him, and he just cruised to a decision. I'm like, bro, this was a terrible performance. But I don't know, man. Like, Caleb Plant used to get a lot of benefit of the doubt, man. He really did. He used to get a lot of benefit. Like, everybody used to give him the benefit of the doubt, bro. And a lot of niggas believed in him because, Caleb Plant is just like a likable character. You feel me? He's a real likable character. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know, man. Like, Caleb Plant moved very well, in my opinion. And I don't think he becomes world champion again. And then it's like, you too small for light heavy too. So it's not like if you move up, you'll feel a lot better, you'll perform better. Shit'll be worse, bro. Niggas like David Benavidez, who big as shit for the weight, they can make them move ups. Even what the fuck is his name? Damn, yo, what's up with my fucking brain today, bro? I need some sleep. The Cuban boy Benavidez fought, man. That he just got stopped in his last fight. Even him, he had the frame to move up to 175. He had the power. You know what I'm saying? Y'all niggas don't. Caleb Plant don't. Now, when Caleb Plant been doing all the David Morrell. God damn. My brain cooked, y'all. My fault. When you got ulcerative colitis, which is the chronic illness I had, one of the biggest symptoms is brain fog. So my brain ain't always right. My apologies for that. But yeah, David Morrell. I'm sorry, yo. Plant versus Yard. How would that go? Now that's a good fight for Caleb Plant because Anthony Yard's strong, but Caleb's a better boxer, and they both gas out. So it's like, you know what I mean? With Anthony Yard having all that muscle and shit like that, it'd be hard for him to get through those mid rounds, those championship level rounds. But Caleb Plant just got to be on point because Anthony Yard can really crack. Anthony Yard, even when he loses, he always finds a way to either hurt his opponents or at least stun them. Like, we seen the Kovalev loss. damn near knocked Kovalev out, but he fatigued. He got gassed. So I think he just fell out of exhaustion. To be honest with you, who else? Even with David Benavidez, like Benavidez did him super dirty, but there was a moment where Anthony Yarde hit David Benavidez with a clean shot, and David pretty much had to reset because he was like, you know what, bro, I ain't about to keep getting hit with this shot. It was a moment where Benavidez was walking him down. I think Anthony Yarde landed like a straight right hand. Boom. And Benavidez blatantly started walking backwards. And I thought David was hurt. And he might have been. I don't know. Only he knows. But the fact that he had to reset, that's because Anthony Yarde could really crack. So that's actually a great fucking fight, man. That's a great fight. I would like to see that. If Caleb Plant is willing to move past 168. Because, you know, Caleb Plant, when he was coming up, he was a middleweight. You know what I'm saying? But I guess he didn't feel good at 160. So he moved up to 68. Like, I remember he fought Tyron Brunson, who's from Philadelphia. And Tyron Brunson was a 154/160. So I remember that. This nigga, that's funny. Nigga said, Plant and Bumgarner got the same gas tank. What's up with Bumgarner? What's up with her? Bella said that's wrong for that. He ain't really off though. At least your Bumgarner gas tank trash. But what's crazy is the PED. Y'all gotta pay attention, man, because these fighters be knowing themselves. They study themselves all day. They know what their pros are. They know what their cons are. It just be so funny to me that the shit that these fighters be getting caught for, like with PEDs, it always seems to be PEDs that would enhance their weaknesses or turn their weaknesses into strengths. You feel me? So like, what's up?
That's so you park first of all. What's up, bro?
What's going on, brother?
So you move here because I gotta pick this up with the tow truck.
Yeah. You want me? You gonna move this so I can move up?
They still gotta pay. That's why I'm gonna put it on the tow truck.
Got you.
Move this shit over there.
Okay. Said they always test positive for shit that enhances things that they feel insecure about. So remember Conor Benn, he tested positive when he was trying to fight Chris Eubank the first time. And the shit that he got caught for basically was like to boost his testosterone. So he could put on more muscle, just be a bigger guy. He felt inferior to Chris Eubank because he was so much smaller than Chris Eubank. So he started fucking with supplements that would have evened out the playing field in terms of size. And that's why, and the PED shit is coming back to bite him in the motherfucking ass because he had taken those fucking PEDs and put on all that muscle and put on all that size, pause. Now he's paying for it with this fucking weight cut that he's doing for Ryan Garcia. And that's why he can't make 147 anymore. Because he done got on that motherfucking juice that essentially got him up out that motherfucking weight class. You know what I'm saying? Alicia Bumgarner had conditioning issues. She would gas. She would gas, in fights, and that's why she took a loss early in her career. And what was so funny was she tested positive. I believe she tested positive against the female that she lost to that she ended up doing a rematch with. She rematched her and beat her and shit like that. But then shortly after the fact, she had PEDs in her system. So that makes me feel like she felt insecure going into that fight with that woman. She her stock was at an all-time high at the time. She didn't want to take a loss to that girl that already had beat her previously. So she went ahead and she started fucking with performance enhancement drugs to enhance her chances of beating a girl that done beat her already. Like, it just be the timing of the shit. These niggas be getting caught at the weirdest times. Like Ryan Garcia. That's another one. You know, this is the battle of the juice right here between Ryan and Conor Benn. You know what I mean? May the best chemist win. You feel me? This nigga Ryan Garcia been avoiding Devin Haney since lightweight, right? Had the WBC silver title and all types of shit. Never wanted to fight Devin Haney when he was a WBC champion at lightweight. Right? So then all of a sudden, he's getting ready to fight Devin Haney. This is somebody that he went 3-3 against in the amateurs. And he went 3-3 with the amateurs, and he didn't want to take a loss to him because he already done quit against Tank. And he knew that Haney may have been a real bad style matchup for him. So what does he do? All of a sudden, he's fucking with the juice, right? He's fucking with the juice. But all of a sudden, out of all the fights that he's had, now he wants to start smoking weed. He wants to start drinking. And both are known for being masking agents. So it just, and you think Ryan Garcia don't know that? Ryan Garcia is smoking weed. I don't know if alcohol is actually a masking agent, but I know marijuana for sure is a masking agent. So it's just so funny to me that out of all fights, he decides to start partaking in, in illegal IVs. He's fucking with illegal IVs. He's fucking with marijuana. Those are both masking agents. You have two masking agents in your system simultaneously in the lead up to this Devin Haney fight. And when it comes down to, cutting the weight, draining all the liquid out your system, boom, all the PEDs that was hiding and those fucking masking agents come out to the light, and then you want to push this narrative, how come I was clean the whole camp and I wasn't clean, the week of the fight. And guys like Andre Ward, and I was a bit disappointed in Andre Ward because he kept trying to pretty much insinuate that the only reason why, or pretty much trying to lean towards the idea of Ryan only being on PEDs because he had a weight problem. Listen, he could possibly be right, but the reality of the situation is we can't make assumptions. We just got to deal with the reality that he had the shit in his system, and we can't sit here and assume that he started taking those things the week of the fight with Devin Haney. Because all of the shit that Ryan Garcia was doing in the lead up to the fight made me feel like he was hiding something from the very beginning. Like, what the fuck? Like, what are we even doing? You got masking agents in your system all the way up into the lead up to your fight. When you had to cut weight, when you got to get them last few pounds off or attempt to get those last few pounds off, all that liquid, all the masking agents are removed from your system, boom. And I heard that ostarine could hide in like your fat deposits and shit like that. So Ryan think he's slick, but he not. We see right through that bullshit. Plant versus Callum Smith will be a fair matchup. I don't know, man. I don't see Caleb going up to 175. I think he's gonna be one of them guys that stay in the same division until he retire, like Sean Porter, Marvin Hagler, shit like that. Caleb too small for 75. Them dudes punching too hard. He got stamina issues. And that's so confusing to me because Caleb actually looks like he trains very hard. He seems to be very disciplined. And I think I heard Brandman say that he don't walk around he don't really walk around heavy. Like, he stay in shape. So why is it that you got such bad stamina issues? Are you cutting weight the wrong way? Are you overtraining? What is it? I don't know, man. But I'm about to get up out of here, y'all. I appreciate everybody that came through and showed love as always. If y'all could go ahead and hit the like button on the way out, that'd be very much appreciated. I'll be back at y'all with another live tonight, 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, to continue cooking up what's going on in the boxing world. Until then, hope you guys have a blessed, beautiful one. I'm up out of here, man. Peace.